Malacanang allays fears that amending the Constitution will result in a constitutional crisis. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valdez says such fears have no basis. Rocky Ignacio filed this report.
Malacanang believes that the proposed charter change would not resolve for a political or constitutional crisis. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valdez said this following President Aquino's openness to possible constitutional amendments to balance branches of government. The President in his earlier interview acknowledged the need to amend the charter to address what he called judicial overreach.
The Vice President also mentioned something about the President talking about clipping the judicial powers. The Vice President said this would lead to a frontal confrontation with the Supreme Court, which may bring our country to the brink of a political and constitutional crisis.
Okay. Because I was able to witness the entire thing, my sense, or at least what I remember that the President said, was that it was not about clipping judicial power. He talked about restoring a certain balance between the executive, the Congress, and the judiciary. So from what I understand from his answers, they were far from saying that the power should be clipped. He gave particular examples to emphasize his point.
And the Vice President also said those advising the President on doing so are putting and leave a positive legacy to the people.
You know, we respect very highly the opinion of the Vice President on that.
Malacanang also denies enhancing Congress to amend the 1987 Constitution. The palace distanced itself from efforts of the administration allies in Congress to push charter change.
Again, I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Perhaps it's again, allow me to repeat what he said, that he's thinking. He did not say anything about doing it tomorrow, doing it next week, doing it in the next few months, but iwanan na po muna natin doon. And again, it would be best to wait for the entire thing just so we see the examples that he gave, because he was very specific. He gave specific examples on particular issues that concern him, that have come about because of the last few months. Notably, the ones that I remember well are about judicial overreach, and he also spoke about judicial restraint. He mentioned particulars.
Meanwhile, Malacanang hopes Congress would have enough time to deliberate on priority bills submitted by the executive branch should legislators start discussing constitutional amendments.
Umaasa kami na magbibigyan ng sapat na atensyon yung mga na isumiti po ng Pangulo na 26 na priority bills sa mababa at sa mataas na kapulungan. Pero mahirap muna sumagot ngayon, Bombo, kasi medyo hypothetical. Alam kong medyo mataas yung level of interest ngayon, pero hindi pa naman natin alam talaga kung ano yung mga susunod na hakbang. Pero umaasa kami na whatever happens, na sana mabigyan ng sapat na atensyon yung mga importanteng na isumite ng Pangulo.
For the People's Television, Rocky Ignacio.